Shalom, shalom. This is Fallen Yahshua. I really hope you are doing and making deliberate, focused, and dedicated, directed actions. 7 years of plenty are all but gone, and a famine is coming. You know, one thing with these riots and when things like this happen, I always take a second to understand and look at it and say, which part of the plan is this one? What part of the plan, and the plan being the systems plan, does this meet? Because it's mighty interesting that, and it seems that with the CV thing, that was out there, it's almost like they expected people to be in their houses more. They wanted people to be more afraid and stay in their houses longer. People want to get out. They want to get out of their houses. They want to get back to business, get back to work. So then they're provoking, the powers that be are provoking riots. When you see bricks, mounds and piles and pallets of bricks in random cities laid out on the sidewalk, nowhere near a construction site, you gotta start asking yourself questions. Who put those bricks there and why? You're seeing a lot of far-right groups, white supremacist groups, co-op what is happening and using it to provoke something further. I believe it was Nashville, Tennessee. I believe it was Nashville, Tennessee. Was it a historic courthouse or whatever it was burned down by what they're saying, because they're saying that he got arrested, burned down by a white supremacist. Burned it down. You saw the guy in Minneapolis, the AutoZone, just shattering windows, walking by, shattering windows for no reason. See, there's a plan going on. So it almost seems that they wanted the people to stay in their houses longer, but the people wanted to get out. But now there's riots. And now they have so they say, they have every right and reason to lock down the cities, put curfews in effect, close down whole cities, say you can't be out at this certain time or we're going to lock you up. And people are fighting against it. There's looting. There's all sorts of stuff going on. And again, you already heard my perspective on the looting. I do not condone what they are doing, but I understand their frustration. I understand the anger. And I understand how this anger is being pushed and pushed and pushed, almost as if they want exactly what's happening right now to take place. They being the system. The unemployment rate is going to have to rise. And there's a 99.9% guarantee you're probably going to see another wave of this CV take place due to all these people out in the streets, businesses being destroyed. It just seems like it's all part of the plan. Small businesses are being destroyed. The small businesses that were already affected by CV, now they're being affected by the looting and the burning down. Meanwhile, these large corporations, they can move right in and take over. Oh, how perfect would it be now to have a Walmart in that location? Target's even gotten hit. It's interesting. I don't know if any Walmarts have been hit. I can't confirm it. But does anybody know, have any Walmarts been actually hit? I know Target's has. I know in Southern California, I was watching that one yesterday, in Santa Monica and in Long Beach, they hit a Vons and they hit a Smart and Final. But I don't ever recall seeing, from what I've been watching, a Walmart being hit. Interesting. So all the small stores are being destroyed and ran out, and guess who's still there? Guess who can rebuild? These large businesses and empires. They have the money to build. They have the insurance to build. So what I mean by I hope you're doing deliberate actions. Now it has been past time. I know a lot of people. It's like, oh, no big deal, ain't nothing gonna happen. It'll be fixed. There's a famine coming, and they have done a damn good job of making sure that the infrastructure is destroyed. Food is I've been trying to say it. Many others have been trying to say it. Food. Now you're seeing the need for protection. Now you're seeing the anger. It's like they stuck their stick in the beehive and kept poking around. You know, you plug up all the entrances of a hive, and you just keep jamming your stick in the one hole that's for that stick. You just jam it in there and keep jamming it in there and jamming it in, and you pull it out and you open up all the exits. And you let all the bees loose, and they're angry. Despite the fact of what is happening, you have to have a plan, because you're seeing, I don't care how many showings they have of the protesters and the police talking. The whole agenda is for this whole thing to fall down. I have said winter is coming. A time is coming. And I know a lot of people still aren't going to make moves. And it's sad. Because the moves that you need to make right now need to be extremely deliberate, focused. Not helter-skelter, not your mind shattered. You need to be have a plan. Without a vision, Yah's people perish. You have to have a vision, and you have to be on that vision. Food, water. What I mean by food, I'm not just talking about have a year's worth of food, but have a way to restore your storehouse. After your 1 year of food disappears, how are you going to eat? Have you even eaten your 1 year food supply? Eat what you have stored. Why don't you try buying that and eating that for 1 week and see how you feel? Eat what you have stored for 1 week. Live that life for a week. I've done that. Live that life for a week. Protection. Do you know how to protect yourself, or do you just have a firearm? It's amazing how many people have a firearm, or two, or three. You know, they have their AR-15 or AK-47 or FNFAL or M16 or M14, and they have their gun, pistol, whatever it may be, and that thing has seen 25 rounds out of it, and they've owned it for 2 years. Do you know how to use your firearm? You know how to clear a jam? Stovepipe. What happens if you pull the trigger and your round does not go off? Do you turn the firearm around and look down the barrel and start shoving your rod down there to try and clear it? Do you know how to clear that? How many even have ammo? How many? I was talking with a brother, and he would say there are people out there that but they bought a firearm, and the only magazine they have is the one that comes with the firearm. They don't have a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. They have one. Food. Can you restock your food? Do you have the ability to grow it so that you can restock it? Because, man, I'm telling you, tomatoes can do a lot. You can make salsa. You can make, if you have peppers, you can make spaghetti sauce. You can damn well make ketchup. Are you in a safe location? If you are not in a safe location, and I think what's happening right now is exposing a lot of people's locations. If you're not in a safe location, you're seeing buildings go up in flames. What happens if you're attached to one of those buildings and your apartment complex is now on fire? What if you're on the 15th story or 3rd story, God forbid, and your place gets put on fire? I'll bug out and go where? to the mountains and do what? How are you going to get there? So do you really believe that you're going to walk through a bunch of people with a backpack? Think about this. Think about if you tried to bug out in one of these major cities right now. You're going to pack your backpack. You grab your bug out bag and start walking. Okay, you start walking, and if the rioters don't get you, the police are going to see you with this large backpack full of stuff and say, I wonder if he just looted something. Let's detain him. He's probably looted. They're going to go through your bag and, God forbid, find a firearm in there. Find other things in there. You're going to have your little hatchet, your twine, your rope, some food. They're damn well going to look at that, and because they're not going to ask a lot of questions, you're going to be detained. This is why coming out is one of the most important things. They close freeways down. Closing freeways down. I'll just bug out. Yeah, and now you're starting to see one of the reasons why come out of her and not bug out of her is what the Bible says. The Bible doesn't say bug out of her, my people. It says come out of her, my people. Oh, I hope actions are being made. Because whether anybody likes it or not, winter is coming. Famine is coming. And people are going to be hurt and going to suffer. They're going to suffer. Not because they did not know, but because they did not move when they had the opportunity to move. So food, water, protection, medical supplies, a good running vehicle. Willing a good running vehicle that is stocked with supplies. We keep our family vehicle, our 15-passenger van, stocked with supplies for this whole family to survive, so that if we had to stay in it, we could. But hey, we're here in the rock. That's the whole point of coming out. So do you have medical supplies? Do you have the ability to procure water on the road? You'd be surprised at how fast you'll go through that little sack of water you have on you if you're trying to bug out. Do you know people around you? Or are you the Lone Ranger where you are? That is one of the most important things, is knowing people around you. Because no matter how a person cuts it, no matter how much they try, you're not going to protect 5 acres with you and your family, much less 80 acres or 100 acres with you and your family. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have to, if you have 80 acres or 100 acres, you're going to have to really confine that down to, okay, you know what, we're only going to be able to protect 2 at most. And even then, how many shifts are you going to pull? Are you going to pull 24s? Which is, I mean, even if you were, how many men spend the time showing your family how to protect themselves? Your wives how to protect themselves? It's all coming down. I know a lot of people think, it's interesting they've been using the phrase, the new normal. Is this the new normal? We're going to talk about this more. This week, I'm going to focus on doing videos on these topics. And we're going to cover these topics. Got to make the moves. All right, bless you all. I'm about to get back to work. Shalom.